Man, oh man. I don't know what's bigger as of late. If it's been the off season of the NBA, or is it the trade deadline? Because I guess Woj does not want me to go to sleep, man. I'm just gonna put this out there. Wow, big trades happening. All right, I know. You're gonna see a video of the Nets trading Kevin Durant. I put that out there. Kyrie obviously got traded, but there's so much going on right now. All right, not even just with the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, the Nets are looking for a team that's willing to trade for Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons had told the New York Post earlier, I think it was today, if not yesterday, that he's not going to be the same player that he was a few years ago. It's going to take him time, whatever the hell that means. All right. I think a lot of teams in the NBA are not going to try to deal with that. If not, he's going to be playing overseas if he's going to keep up with that attitude. I don't know what it is with Ben Simmons, but when he was in Philly, completely different story. Now it's just like it's night and day. Anyways, so we're going to start breaking it off. So I mentioned to you in at least one or two videos I was on about Russell Westbrook, and here it is. Yes, Russell Westbrook has officially been traded. All right, it was in a 3-team trade. It was involving the Lakers, involving the Timberwolves, and it was involving the Utah Jazz. All right, the reason being, Lakers trade Russell Westbrook to the Utah Jazz in exchange for, all right, get this, Minnesota's point guard and former Laker to now becoming current Laker, D'Angelo Russell. All right, so D'Angelo Russell goes back to LA. All right, as a point guard, he'll be teaming up with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. All right, gotta say Rob Pelinka really being active so far in this trade deadline, because he's been on his game. For what it's worth, what was it? I had the tweet over here. Rob Pelinka, I remember he had like Josh Vanderbilt. Yeah, not a bad trade deadline. Rui Hachimura, right? For they got from the Wizards, who I've always liked. Great player, just in a bad market. Now he's going to go to LA, where his brand is going to be more exposed. D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley. All right, 4 very good, if not decently good, if not very good players. All right, that they were able to acquire for the Lakers. Will this help them out into getting into the playoffs? I believe so. I think with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, D'Angelo Russell, and the whole bunch, I believe that they're going to maneuver themselves into a good situation for them to even get close to potentially getting into the playoffs. And they get into the playoffs, I think that they're not going to get that far. I think maybe first, second round max will be the tipping point. Anything after that, I just don't see it being very realistic. All right. I did mention how Kevin Durant got traded to the Phoenix Suns. The Toronto Raptors and the San Antonio Spurs ended up making a trade. All right. My boy from Croatia is probably gonna like this. Anything Raptors related, he is a big advocate for. The legendary Jakob Poeltl, all right, got traded for a protected 2024 first round pick. All right, San Antonio's Jakob Poeltl got traded for the 2024. Jakob Poeltl got traded from San Antonio towards Toronto in exchange for a 2024 first round pick and 2 future second round picks, along with Cam Birch. All right, that was one of the minor trades that that ended up happening. The Knicks ended up making a deal today with the Portland Trailblazers. All right, Portland ended up trading one of their key role players in Josh Hart. All right, me personally, I've been a fan of Josh Hart. When he came up with the Lakers, I thought that was a great duo between D'Angelo Russell, Josh Hart, Julius Randle. They had Jordan Clarkson, Brandon Ingram. If you actually really think about it, the Lakers actually drafted really, really well, ended up giving a lot of these players away. Josh Hart eventually moves around from the Pelicans. I think, not sure if he went to Miami or not. Makes his way over towards Portland. Is having a very good stellar year, playing alongside with Anthony Simons and Damian Lillard. He gets traded to the Knicks. I mean, he gets to reunite with his boy Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was all happy after he heard about the trade. I actually like this trade for the Knicks. Reason being, Josh Hart is a very good defender. He's a 3-and-D type of a player. He's going to add more of a depth in that guard position. Hopefully, if Coach Thibodeau is able to find a way as for not trying to burn out his guards with Emmanuel Quickley, he had Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, and the whole bunch. I mean, I've always felt that Tibbs is not the greatest coach because he will run his players down to the core, and he was never really playing Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish, I felt like should have been on the court. But I actually like the move because of the fact that this is actually going to create more depth for the Knicks, and the Knicks could use this. I mean, tired legs, you're starting to see it. Julius Randle is having another good stellar year. He's going to go be an all-star. I just think that this is a good trade to add more depth, add more players to the court, a better rotation. I mean, there was one game I remember watching, and it was against Dallas Mavericks this year, where the Knicks, if Tibbs actually trusted more of his bench, I guarantee you they would have never blown that ridiculous lead against Dallas, which allowed Luka to get a triple-double that featured like 60 points, 21 rebounds, and like 11 assists, or something outrageous like that. Cam Reddish, he goes to Portland. I think that would be a better situation for him. I mean, he was never given a real shot in New York. It's very unfortunate, but I just think that it's a good change of scenery for one Cam Reddish. All right. Like I said, getting back to the whole Russell Westbrook thing, I know I jumped off topic about it. Russell Westbrook, the man is being traded towards the Utah Jazz. All right. D'Angelo Russell goes towards what's it called, LA, and Mike Conley goes to the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a very good 3-team trade. I'm trying to get you more of the details. Give me a second. So that's the reason how LA was able to acquire Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, and D'Angelo Russell. Conley goes to the Timberwolves for it's Conley and picks. They haven't really established that. I guess they'll be able to establish that more later down the line. And Westbrook gets traded. Timberwolves get picks and Mike Conley. Jazz get Russell Westbrook and a lightly protected first round pick. All right, the most likely is the 2027. No, it is actually the 2027 first round pick. It is expected that Russell Westbrook is going to be bought out by his contract. Once he clears waivers, there are a list of teams that are actually looking forward to try to signing the talents of Russell Westbrook. One team is actually, hopefully he doesn't have to travel too far for this, but it's actually the Clippers. The Clippers are a team that are looking to try and acquire Russell Westbrook, teaming him up with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They are saying that John Wall is most likely going to be traded, if not bought out of his contract. So that will open up a spot over there. Miami's another spot that's looking for an opening for Russell Westbrook. All right. There are a list of teams that are looking for him. Chicago's another team as well too, which that doesn't make it really too much sense for Westbrook to go out there. So the teams that are really in lead of trying to get Russell Westbrook would be the Clippers and the Miami Heat. I see him mainly landing with the Clippers just because of the fact that he won't have to travel too far. He won't have to move his family, ridiculously. All right, he'll be in the same locale. He'll be in the same place, playing in the same arena, just in a different uniform. I just think that's the place that would be the most sense for him. He'll be with a good coach in Doc Rivers. Not to say that Eric Spoelstra is a bad coach. He's actually a pretty good coach. But I just think that him having to move to the other side of the country, which has great weather as well too. I just think that he is going to be sticking around in LA. I think that's going to be his first destination there. But those are three teams that are very interested. As for trying to acquire Russell Westbrook, all right. In other minor things of Juan Toscano Anderson and Damian Jones, actually, yeah, they were added to the deal. So yeah, so Lakers ended up trading Toscano Anderson and Damian Jones to the Jazz. Nickel Alexander-Walker also gets moved to the Timberwolves. So there's just more stuff that's being added little by little. I obviously knew that that's not how things were going to go. It's just very unfortunate just because earlier today there was a report that Darvin Ham and Russell Westbrook got into a heated argument the day that LeBron ended up breaking his record. I think it was just the writing on the wall. So many people were complaining about Russell Westbrook. And I just really hope that once his career is over, his career is not going to be recognized as for him shooting bricks and memes and stuff like that, and people DMing him rap lyrics, letting him know that he's not that good of a player. The man has really changed the game for the point guard spot, and really has made triple doubles normality, as opposed to when he was doing it, it was unheard of. All right. But yeah, guys. D'Angelo Russell is a Laker, so the Lakers traded a Russell to get a Russell back. Russell Westbrook is with the Utah Jazz just for the time being. He's going to get bought out of the contract. He's not going to stay there. He's also mentioned in the past that he doesn't want to play for a team like Utah just because he has whole big bad blood with the Utah fans. But it's just very, very incredible that how this trade deadline is going about. Really looking forward to seeing what ends up happening. Like I said, Ben Simmons might be traded at some point. The Cam Reddish, Josh Hart deal that went down to full effect. The amazing Jakob Poeltl got traded. Like I said, Kevin Durant also getting traded as well too. So you're going to see a lot of things happening come tomorrow. And yeah, the trade deadline ends tomorrow. I'm pretty sure there are going to be a couple of teams that are going to be trading away some big time players. But until then, guys, well, not big time players, but you know what I mean. Like role players that are going to be a significant factor for any team that's trying to contend for a title. But until then, guys, I am Flavo Rihanna. Thank you for tuning in to Dropping Dimes, and I'll see you guys next time, guys, and have a good one. Peace.